Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Topper.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Block now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the ready.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike 51.
Let's make these babies snap.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Hey, Delta.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go. Get set. Ready.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jaguars 3, Broncos 0.
Ready to break.
44, Mike.
Hey, high 7. Go.
From the 30 on second down. Lock. He completes this to Sutton. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
One more time with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. They were able able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the second try.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on second and 7.
Look at me. Zipper.
45. Mike, 45.
5. Ready.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This is Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
This is Brown on the carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check right 45. Check right 45. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make?
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing now is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
General West. Come on, switch it. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 5.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end, Fant. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Locke now, 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. Locke now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Lock to throw on second down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Minshew nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Check right 21, check right 21. I'm coming for you.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. All day, baby, all day. Let's go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Fournette trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready, ready.
Again, it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Howard. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. That's caught by Howard. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Minshew sets to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
70, Indy.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Room here to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Big time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Clock now to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Throwing his lock on third down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Lock going to go on fourth down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Tight down. There you go.
From the gun, it's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
It's a party out. It's a party out.
Hit it.
Fournette, a first down carry. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
This is the tight end Fan. And he'll be brought down at at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards there on a first down. Here's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.